Hello, welcome to Sunny's Yoga. I'm Sunny. Today, our vinyasa will be on the mat, but do not think that it will be fully easy. There will be challenges along the way, per usual, 2 blocks, and I'll show modifications as we vinyasa through the practice. I'm excited. We're starting off in Shavasana, corpse pose. I'm going to put the blocks off to the side. Move towards the top of the mat and slowly roll myself down. Arms in front, pelvis tucked up. Roll yourself down. And as you come down, bring your chin down some. Arms come beside you, shoulders kind of wiggle underneath you. 1 foot to one corner, 1 foot to the other corner, and breathe. Whoop. We're going to take 8 breaths here. Just let yourself melt into the mat. In and out your nose. Bring your left foot up and your right foot to meet it. Bring your feet up just a little bit. Extend out. Hold. And bring it gently down. Keep your feet flexed towards your face. You can have a slight bend if you're in your knees if needed. Then you're gonna bring your arms up above. Connect your hands at the top like a monkey grip. Shoulders down, flesh on the mat. Pelvis tucked up, so upper back is flush towards the mat. A few breaths here. Don't forget your yogi toes. Come on, let's wake up the backs of our legs. One more breath here. Bring your left leg up, bring your right leg up. Bring your hands up and let them float with exaggeration down to your sides. Wiggle your shoulders underneath you just a tiny bit. And we're going to let our knees fall open for our superpower. Let gravity do its work. No resistance. You'll feel resistance because you'll start to tighten up in your legs. Just relax. Tilt your pelvis a little bit to help with your lower back. If you're in need of assistance, everyone stay in their asana, please. You can use your blocks to go right underneath your knees for assistance. The lower you go down, the less intensity. The higher up, more intensity. Now, if you find the lowest part for your block is not high enough to support you, please move to the next part. And maybe you just need to go up. There's no problem with it. You're still in there. Make sure your shoulders are down, keep breathing. Let gravity still do its job. You're still gonna wanna tighten up. Take a deep inhale and exhale and just let go. 2 more breaths here. I'm going to go ahead and remove the blocks. Everyone stay in your asana. I'm going to come back down. Supta Suchinadrasana, which is reverse pigeon. Take your hands, guide your knees back together. Hands come beside you, shoulders roll down. Bring your right foot up. Flex your toes towards your face. Bring your ankle just above your left knee. Start to bring your left leg up. Hands will interlace behind your thigh, and you're going to flex your left foot. So your left foot is flexed towards your face, right foot is flexed towards your right knee, and start to bring your lower body towards your upper body. Your arms will come out. The closer you come in, making sure that your back stays flat and your bottom stays flush to the mat, the more intense. Coming out some, less intense. And if you're just down here, we're just guiding this hip open, left hand comes down beside you. Going back into the more advanced asana. Everything's 90 degrees. Your left foot may want to come in. Pay attention and make sure it stays at the 90 degree aligned with your hip. And breathe. As you breathe in, come out a little bit. And as you breathe out, bring yourself in. Toes stay flexed. You'll feel this all through your glutes, through your hips, even down your leg a little bit. And we're gonna switch. Undo the interlocking of your hands. Hands come beside you, left foot comes down. Go ahead and bring your right leg up for one moment. Point your toes, flex your toes, point your toes, flex your toes. Clockwise 2 times, counterclockwise 2 times. And bring your foot down to meet your left. Immediately bring your left foot up, bring straight to the other side. Toes are flexed. Bring your foot up, flex your toes. As you begin to interlace your hands right on underneath your thigh, bring your lower half up to meet your top half. Arms come out and breathe. This foot, your right foot, will also want to come in naturally. Pay attention and make sure it stays at 90 degrees, even with your hip, and come into the asana. Again, if you need to lower down some, less intensity. If you end up being all the way down, have your right hand beside you, gently guiding your left hip open, keeping your foot flexed. I'm gonna go back into the more intense version. Deep inhales and exhales. Again, you feel this in your hip flexors, your glutes, and we're intentionally engaging the core. Last breath. Release the interlocking of your hands. Let your foot come down. Bring up your left foot. Point your toe. Flex your toe. Point your toe. Flex your toes. Go clockwise twice. And then go counterclockwise twice. Bring your foot down to meet your right. Shatiradrasana variation. Bring your right leg straight up. Flex your toes, turn, and put your ankle right above your left knee. Bring your left foot up and straight up into the air. Make sure your sits bones stay flat to the mat. Interlace your hands right underneath your left thigh. Toes are flexed, and we're going to start to bring our lower half going towards our upper half. Breathe. Now this you'll feel in your calf muscle and the whole back side of your leg, but especially in your calf. The further into the asana, the more intense. Letting go, less intense. If you're only able to get up here, that's great. And if you're only able to be here, that's also fine. I'm going back into the more intense asana, and we're getting ready to switch. One more breath, in out. Continue to make sure you adjust your neck, chin down so you're not scrunching your neck. And to come out, Release, keep your left leg in the air. Release the bind that you had behind your left thigh. Bring your right foot straight up to meet your left. Pause for one moment. Keep your toes flexed. Let's give a nice, just try to straighten out your knees, straighten out your legs as much as possible. Go ahead and set your legs on fire. Then we're going to bring our left foot up. Keep the toes flexed. Put the ankle right above the right knee. Go ahead and bring your hands together and lock them behind the right thigh. Start to bring your lower body closer to your upper body. Keep your feet flexed. Oh yeah, I'm feeling this all up and down the back of my leg. Sorry, I wasn't expecting that kind of intensity. Keep breathing. Release the interlacing of your hands from behind your right leg. Bring up your left leg to meet your right leg, and this time we're going to point. Knees together. Try to be above your hips. Shoulders down, nothing else is engaged. We're going to slowly bring both feet down together, toes pointed, and start to head down towards the mat. Feet should meet together at the mat and bring them flat. Mayendrasana, which is a twisted pose. Bring your arms out to either full like a T, your arm should be shoulder length, or out like cactus. Pick up your hips, bring them to the left. Pick up your legs and drop them to the right. Head goes to the left. Now you'll feel this, it's a supine twist. You will feel it all along the side body. You can bring your legs down for less intensity. Everyone hold your asana. You can take a block. Let me get back into the asana. Put your knee on top of the blocks and make sure you're turning towards the wall. Every time you inhale, fill up, and as you exhale, turn a little bit further into the asana. Keep breathing. Again, as you breathe in, let yourself come up a little bit, and as you breathe out fully, all the air, let it twist out as you gently turn towards the left. Two more breaths here. I'm going to remove the block. Go back into the asana. Go ahead and use your core to lift up your legs. Put them down for one moment. Pick up your hips, move them towards the right, and let your knees drop down together towards the left. Turn your head towards the right. Breathe. As you exhale, let yourself fall deeper into the asana by allowing your head to drop further to the right. I use my drishti to help me be calm, even though I'm twisting myself around. turn your head towards the middle. Bring your legs up by your core and let your feet drop down. Hips come back towards the middle. Pao Mukha Tanasana, full wind pose. Hands are beside you. Use your core to bring your legs going towards your upper body. Bring your hands together to bring your knees towards your tummy. Tuck your chin. Make sure your bottom stays down and breathe. Now, if you're more flexible, you can get your arms further to touch your elbows in this asana, more intense. Bring your hands just to your shin, less intense. I'm gonna keep trying to wrap my arms around my legs. You can also rock kind of back and forth in this asana. It feels good to your lower back. I will rock and hold one position in one direction. I will then rock and hold the position the other direction. Please notice how I am positioned. I'm not falling over. I'm holding everything together. This is strictly optional. This is what I love to do. For the most part, everyone can stay here. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Take one big inhale through your nose. One more step. Pull your legs in. And as we drop our feet down, we're gonna do a lion's breath. 1, 2, 3. Stay here for one moment. Ooh. I feel tingly sensations, really good. Utthana Vasana. So I'm gonna extend both my feet outward. Keep your toes flexed. Pick up my left foot and reach up with my peace fingers and my thumb. I'm gonna wrap my fingers around my big toe and I'm gonna start to come down. Now this may be a lot. So if you're only able to reach for your foot, great. If it's easier to bring your toes in and then stretch out, which I normally do, great. And breathe. The goal is to keep your right leg down, keep your toes flexed. You have a slight bend in your knee, you can have a slight bend in this knee. Keep breathing. If you feel like this leg is coming up, put your hand on top and guide it back down. Keep breathing. Just gently let my left foot go and let it come down to the mat. I'm going to immediately bring up my right foot. I'm going to bring it in some as modification and start to bring it up. My leg wants to come up, so I'm going to gently guide it back down. Toes are flexed, knees are bent, and breathe. You can bring your knee in as modification, and it may allow you to straighten your leg a little bit more. Keep holding on. Your knee is going to want to come out. Guide it back in to make sure it is in line with your hip. Breathe. And let your foot go. Keep it flexed as you bring it down to meet your left. Viparita Kanani, which is legs up the wall. So I'm going to bring myself up gently. Move my hip as close to the wall as possible. And as I do that, bring myself down on my elbows as I bring my legs up the wall. Flex my toes. Hands float beside me. Shoulders roll down. back is flush, pelvis is tucked, and breathe. In and out your nose. Stay here. This is very relaxing. Even if you don't do anything, any asana throughout your entire day, you had a long day, legs up the wall. If you're in bed, remove the pillows from underneath you because your face shouldn't be on your pillows. Move your pillows from underneath you. Have your back flat and just let your legs go up your headboard. Hands open, shoulders roll down, and just allow yourself to melt. Now, melting into the bed, you'll definitely understand. It's not different in this. Being on the floor, once you understand how to let your body relax, relieve stress, allow you to take some calming breaths, we'll be able to sleep better. Keep going. You have 3 breaths right here, and we're going to come out of this asana. To come out of this asana, go ahead and start to bring your feet down. Turn yourself around. Right back into laying on your back. Hands come beside you. I'd like us to roll over on our bellies. Moving into Mukha Shavasana. We're on our tummies. Relax your lower body. Make sure you tilt your pelvis going towards the mat so you're not putting pressure on your back by arching. Want to make sure we drop our pelvis down. Bring our arms together. Hands go over each elbow. Take a deep breath in. Extend, looking just past your drishti, and bring your head down to your forearms. You can extend up some, a little bit more intensity if you do. Closer in, less intensity. Keep breathing. My forehead is on my forearms, not on the mat. Pelvis is tucked. Couple breaths here. Gently bring yourself up. Switch positions of your hands. So my right was in front. I'm going to bring my left in front. Bring my right over to grab elbows. Extend up past my drishti. Again, making sure my pelvis is tucked and my lower half is relaxed. Deep breath in and come down onto my forearms. Breathe. Two more breaths here. Deep breath in. And as I breathe out, bring myself up. And I'm going to move into cat-tail pose. I'm going to bring my leg 90 degrees. I'm going to come up and rest my head on my hand. Elbow at 45 degrees. I'm going to bring my right leg up, but I'm going to catch my foot and bring it behind me. I'm going to open my chest all the way up as I bring my foot towards my bottom. Now your foot may want to come up. The goal is that we keep it going down towards the bottom. It allows our chest to come open and breathe. I'm looking past my drishti. This is a nice, you'll feel this in places you didn't know existed. Keep breathing. The closer you guide your foot in towards your body, the more intensity, allowing it to drop down some, least intensity. Try to make sure you keep it in line with your hip and keep breathing. 2 more breaths here. Slowly let your right foot go. Bring your hand around. You're gonna bring your leg in, and I'm gonna move right to the other side. Bring my left foot at 90-degree angle. I'm gonna bring up my right hand so that it is 45-degree angle and it's holding my head. I'm going to bring up my right foot, bring my hand around to grab my foot and bring it down and around. Again, your foot may want to come up. We want to bring it down to help open our chest. This is a nice twist. Breathe in and out. It will feel like your shoulders at the top are starting to come together. That's the intensity that you want to feel. Again, lower it down. Be in a little bit less intense. Full intense is coming in closer. Notice how I'm trying to stay aligned with my hip and allowing my shoulder to roll open, and breathe in and out of my nose. A few more breaths here. If it's too far up, please come out of the asana just a little bit. Keep letting your shoulder drop. Last breath. Gently let your right foot come down. Bring your left hand around. Pick up your head as you bring your left foot to meet your right. And you're gonna come down to Advasana, which is reverse corpse pose. Head comes down to meet the mat. Arms can come out further if you like, or they could stay at a cactus, and let your feet fall open. Relax. Pelvis can be tucked a little bit to help with any possible discomfort on your lower back. Let your shoulders just fall towards the floor. Return to your normal breath. Let out some nice big sighs. Hands come underneath shoulders. Pick yourself up. If you're able to come back into kneeling, you can join me in kneeling. And that is Sunny's yoga for today. Who knew that a practice that is fully on the floor could be so challenging? I hope to see you again soon. Thank you for coming to Sunny's yoga. Namaste.